While they're talking to the crazy lady,
Uh-huh.
I'm taking 10 minutes to cast my floating disc as a ritual.
Just
Okay.
float around your unseen chariot.
Yes. Serenity's floating disc of purpleness.
Yeah, Craig is not here tonight. So
then we're all right. No trashing of things.
Yeah.
Our murder hobo's gone.
You know, at first, I was against Craig's vandalism, and then we realized that the house was an asshole, so actually, he was
I
fighting
don't
the
feel
house.
bad anymore.
He was preemptively fighting the house.
Yes. Turns out the house deserved it.
So yeah, Naevin is hanging out at the tavern, I suppose,
Like, you know
for some
what,
reason.
guys?
All right, so
There's 3 ladies right here. I'm gonna have fun, you guys. I'll see you later.
you guys get to the mansion. A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind.
What happened here, I asked?
The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been trampled down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish off the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen. And because you guys all have crazy high perception, I will tell you that you all also notice the trampled weeds all around the mansion. Around that area, you see just tons of wolf paw prints and human footprints. So Ismark leads you up to the door.
So, Ismark, is all this recent?
He says, yes, this is
destruction.
The signs of Strahd's siege every night when he sends his minions for my sister.
What about you? If we take your sister, will you be safe?
Oh, I intend to go with you. I won't let her out of my sight.
Yeah. Oh, you tell us.
So he walks up and there's a large, brass knocker on the door, and he slams it against the door a few times. And then he calls, Ireena, it's me, Ismark. Let me in. I've brought help. And you hear the sounds of...
We turn around and look.
You hear the sounds of the doors being unbarred. And the door is opened, and you see an attractive young woman. She's got kind of a darker complexion, which is interesting because Ismark is very pale. Ireena has more of a dark brown complexion, and she's got dark kind of auburn colored hair, very long hair, kind of pulled off to one side behind her. And she smiles and gives her brother a hug and says, come in, quickly.
Walk this way.
And you guys enter the house, and she closes and bars the door behind you. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. The Burgomaster is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay.
Are you gonna bury him?
Do you say that, John, or is that?
I say, when is the funeral? I mean, when is the burial?
Ireena says, my father has died 3 days ago now, but we've been too afraid to take him to the church for a proper ceremony.
Why is that?
We are afraid of Strahd and his minions. But perhaps now, with all of you here, it would be safe to take him.
Does Strahd normally attack funeral processions?
He's been attacking this house every night. And I fear not even the day is safe from him.
Yeah, I mean...
I think he's about ready.
Starting to smell, maybe. Yeah, I mean, we could wheel him back into town.
Yeah.
Or something.
Wheel him? They have a wheelbarrow?
Yeah, Serenity's got magic.
Oh yeah, that's a good use for your new spell.
Floating corpse.
Well, I mean, it's just like a wood coffin. If nothing else, I'm sure you guys could carry it. Ismark and Ireena both look pretty strong.
You guys have a cart? You are the Burgomaster.
No, we don't have a cart big enough for the coffin.
Just pick the coffin up and put it on the disc.
Yeah, we have Tensor's floating corpse support.
So you're gonna summon your disc, or you already did, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's just following you around.
Well, I was riding on it.
who was pulling you, or were you just kind of chucking along slowly?
Just chucking along slowly,
making everybody walk really slow because you're too lazy to walk.
Well, you have your servant; she can pull.
Notice my servant has more hit points than I do. That's scary.
Yeah, for the tank. Yeah, we can take the corpse. It'll be great. You know, I love a good funeral. Yeah, good
funeral procession.
We will certainly not bury that doll with him.
Yeah, that was a creepy doll.
All right, so you guys lift the coffin onto the floating disc.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, they do. I don't touch the coffin.
Serenity doesn't actually lift things.
Yeah.
Except for one eyebrow. She'll lift that.
Yeah.
When you ask her to help.
Yeah,
right.
Even the implication of manual labor.
Could you lift something?
Looks behind me. I know you're not talking to me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, remind me of your servant's name.
Lex changed the name, so I don't remember now.
Fione.
That's not the name I remember.
It's close.
It was Fio, but now
that's right.
Fione.
Okay. Names are permeable things.
All right. So, Ireena says, Ismark, will you help me quickly before we go? And he says, of course. And they go into another room of the house, and they come back maybe 10 minutes later, and you see that Ireena is now wearing a breastplate. And she walks over to the fireplace where there's a long sword hanging above the fireplace, and she picks it up off of the mounting and puts it in a scabbard at her waist.
Shit,
are you a warrior?
Valkyrie.
She says, I know which end of a sword to hold, if that's what you mean. You notice that Ismark is now wearing some split mail. He's got actually, he's got a couple swords at his belt and a heavy crossbow slung across his back.
Shit, what do they need our help for?
I don't know. We should be asking them.
Armor is so unfashionable.
Oh, I forgot to show you things.
Clothes are...
There's a picture of Mad Mary that you talked to.
Oh, there's Mad Mary.
And here's a picture
got one of her cats.
Of Ireena.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh, she is a
sweet
warrior.
Sword.
Yeah.
That's not just a breastplate. Yeah, she's geared up. Well,
yeah.
You know, I'm feeling a little bit more nervous. I thought we were just taking a body to a church. You know, how hard can that be? But, all right.
Well, Ismark also told Ireena that you guys have agreed to escort her to Vallaki.
Ah, yes.
So they're.
Have you been to Vallaki before, Ireena?
No, I haven't.
Good
I've heard
beaches
it's well
for you.
defended, though. All right. Got a token for her, too.
Well, the good news is, if she dies, I could use the AC boost, and that's some sweet looking armor.
But you couldn't take that sword, right? Because you're bound to your sword.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I gotta describe the new sword. Well, old sword. It's been permuted to something more. Yeah.
All right. So you guys are heading to the church?
Yeah.
Sure.
I keep standing next to Ireena, trying to look at her collar to see if I can see any puncture wounds in her neck.
Yes,
Wow.
you do.
I thought so. Okay. Not only does she look tough, I worry about that. Okay, but we're in the daylight, or as much light as you get around here. So.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right.
Thinking the doll was safer than these two.
I see everybody walking around in armor. I start to get worried, so I cast Mage.
That's a smart idea. I wish I had that. Can't cast it on me, can you?
No.
Kismet, I am your armor.
Oh, good. Yes.
That's so sweet.
You've got that cloak.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad I do.
It saved your life once already.
I did.
Oh. Helps if you're on the right thing. There we go. All right. So you guys head to the church. Atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises toward the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load.
Is this Donovan's church?
Yes, and you see that the heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire.
Hardcore.
All right.
Oh, those pews don't look too good. I suddenly have a sudden moment of clarity when I see through the door and realize that those pews are fucking trash.
Aha. Well, it's a lively crowd they get here.
Yeah. Amen.
All right, so you guys are going in?
Yes, with our tensors floating.
Corpse. Bomb.
Okay. The doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. Four
it's
doors.
lit and it's unlit?
No, the hall is unlit.
Okay. The chapel's lit. Got
it.
Sorry.
4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor.
From beneath the floor?
Yeah. It says, "Ah!"
Hello? Donovan? Brother Donovan?
Father?
Zoom out a little bit
Father?
here.
Prelate? Whatever you are.
Vicar?
The vicar.
All right, so you guys, are you heading to the chapel?
Yes.
Go into the chapel and where?
Gonna have a party.
Not gonna get married.
Yeah.
Move the NPCs in here. Man, I got all these characters now. Woo!
Yeah.
All right. The chapel is a shambles with overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. At the far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar. beneath which kneels a priest in soiled vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up into the bell tower. From beneath the chapel floor, you hear a young man's voice cry out, "Father, I'm starving!"
Jesus fucking Christ, this place is fucked. Wait, so Don, the priest robe dude, he's hung himself?
No, he's hiding under the altar. He's like cowering beneath the altar.
Rope around him.
No, there's a rope
crying.
that goes up to the bell tower by the altar. Yeah. You just see this guy like cowering under the altar. And every time the voice comes from below the floor, he kind of flinches.
Oh, you must be Father Donovan. Nice church you have here.
He like looks up at you guys and starts to kind of get out from under the altar, and he looks at you all very perplexed, and then he sees Ireena and Ismark
and the floating coffin.
He says, "Ismark, Ireena, is that you?" "Yes, it is us." Where is your father?"
We point at the floating coffin.
Yeah, Ireena just kind of looks down at the floor, and Ismark says, "Unfortunately, he has died. We've come to give him the burial that he deserves."
Also, why is there yelling coming from your floorboards?
What yelling? "Father, I'm starving!"
Oh, that would be the yelling right there.
That yelling, that one?
Oh, you can hear that, can you?
Yeah, you're not as crazy as you think you are.
That's my son Doru.
And why is Doru starving?
I've locked him in the Undercroft. He's been down there for days.
Okay. And why?
That raises further questions.
I know. Tell us about locking your son in the Undercroft.
Tell us about abuse. Educate us in.
He says my son has been visited by a minion of Strahd. He has been changed. I fear for him. I fear for his soul and for my life. So I have locked him in the Undercroft where he can harm no one.
Is he the one that messed up these pews here?
Yes.
And
Young
might
can
we
be
go?
feisty.
Might we go see your son? Maybe absolve him from that which ails him by thunder and fury.
You can do that?
He's a guardsman.
I've been known to release some evils from their mental tortures.
I have been praying to the Morning Lord for days, and he has not seen fit to answer my prayers. My son still suffers.
Yeah, I think we're just going to kill him.
Hey, I didn't say that. I said absolve him of his...
You will not kill him. He is my son.
The princess misspoke.
Yeah, she's from a different land altogether.
I don't misspeak.
Shut up, princess.
Who are these people? He says to Ismark. Why have you brought them here? They have promised to take Ireena to Vallaki. I really don't know much about them except they seem capable warriors.
That was Ireena.
Yeah. And we come to bury a body. We've got this body.
Oh no. The body's rising up.
Rises up from its coffin like feet first on like a hinge. Takes a giant bite out of Serenity's neck.
Yeah, you guys didn't know Lex gave me this miniature.
Oh.
So I could use it now.
The priest says, I will perform last rites for your father, but you all must help me with the burial.
Certainly. And Do you have any ideas what we could do for your son? I mean, Ren has an idea. But...
I don't know.
If he's turned, he's evil, and he's not there anymore. We should just end him.
But he is there. Don't you hear him screaming? I can hear him screaming.
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, you've got a point.
Father, let me out!
What if this priest isn't all there together and he's just straight up starving his son?
That would be interesting to find out.
Yeah.
Then we end him too.
Too bad we don't have a rogue in the party. Okay, with that aside, yeah, we can help bury a body.
An eggplant-shaped robe?
Maybe. Let's bury a body.
All right.
By we, you mean you, right?
Mostly.
We mean everybody, but right.
Of course. The royal we.
Yeah, the royal. You can sit now. You can get back on your floating disc.
Yeah.
I'll help a little bit.
Just like a handful of dirt at a time with the mage hand.
No, mage hand picks up the shovel and digs.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it looks like we've got a full complement of grave digging here.
Yeah. It's in my resume. Just dig a grave.
All right, so he leads you guys to the cemetery, which is behind the church, and shows you an empty plot where you can start digging. So yeah, so he leads you into the cemetery and shows you where to dig.
Does he supply us with shovels?
Yes, he has shovels, and if everybody pitches in, it probably takes about an hour to dig the grave and lower the coffin into it, and then put the backfill back in. And then, I have a
disc and mage hand the whole time, just chilling.
We could use tinsers as like a bulldozer and just push
he doesn't want to dirty them.
The cemetery is a rectangular plot of land surrounded by a wrought iron fence, and there are tightly packed gravestones shrouded by fog that bear the names of souls long past.
I wanna hang out here at nighttime. It's probably a fun place. Probably just totally fun.
Why don't we go visit the sun and see if Finn's suspicions are correct or not?
Once you guys bury the coffin, he proceeds to do last rites, praying to something called the Morning Lord to see his soul from this cursed land. He thanks you for your help.
Now, is that morning with an O or with an OU?
With an O, like the dawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be more hardcore if it was like the Morning Lord.
Yeah, maybe he can't spell.
Yeah. Finn's not a very good speller. He's got an int of 8.
Well, I was thinking of this guy, but...
Well, that too.
All right, so it looks like there's a trapdoor down in the lower right room.
Well, what are we going to do? Just like break down the door, go in there, and be like, fuck you, priest guy?
Well, let's just find out if we can do anything to help the lad.
Well, technically, you guys don't know that trapdoor's there unless you were going to search the chapel.
All right. In that case, I don't know that. I say there must be some way.
He says, if you think you can help my son, I will show you where he is. But no killing.
We'll see what we can do.
Who knows? I've seen a lot on the frontiers.
I think your bloodthirsty friend should stay up here.
You're not the bloodthirsty one. I mean, Serenity, how about you stay, and if shit goes crazy, I'll yell. And if it makes Priest Donnie happier. Plus, it's probably dirty down there.
All right, so he leads you to the room that John indicated. Time and neglect have punched holes in the ceiling of this moldy room, which contains a few broken roof shingles amid puddles of water. In one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor held shut with a chain and a padlock. A young man's screams of anguish can be heard through the door. And you guys descend into darkness. Dun, dun, dun.
All right. I use my new cantrip,
Okay.
and I don't know why I do this, but I take out my bullseye lantern and I cast the light inside of it.
Okay.
And so I'm using basically a bullseye lantern without oil.
Nice. I like it. But you're still able to direct the light in one direction.
Exactly. That's
pretty
why
clever.
I'm doing it. And I can close it up if I need to hide.
Cool. I like it.
That's thinking.
So you can see the Undercroft to the right. I revealed that part of the map.
Oh.
You guys go down some stairs.
I bet that's a nice place to be chained up in.
The church's Undercroft has rough-hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. Rotting wooden pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse a gaunt shape in the far corner. All right, so what do you guys do?
What do my magic eyes see of this gaunt shape in the far corner?
What do you have? Like, can you see special things, or?
I mean, I can just have 120 feet of unfallible vision.
He looks like a young, kind of about teenage age boy or man, very thin and emaciated. But as as you guys kind of start approaching, he turns towards you and you see like his cheeks are all sunken in, and he says, "I can smell your blood."
Oh,
and as he says that, you see fangs in his mouth.
Jesus Christ. He's fucked up.
Yeah, Red was right.
Fuck.
And let me grab him. So what do you guys do?
Back slowly out of the...
He's just kind of cowering in the corner.
You must fight it.
No.
No, I'm telling him. He must fight this urge to...
He says, "Let me out of here. I'm so hungry."
Yeah, that's why you can't get out of here. This is a curse you're suffering under.
I don't have remove curse. I'm not a cleric.
I know. Daddy's a cleric.
Yeah, and a shit of them, too.
I know. And not a very good housekeeper, I must say.
Finn makes sure to interpose himself between the creature in the corner and Kismet, but urges him to back up.
All right. Up the stairs?
Yeah. Nope, fuck this thing.
Bye.
We need some vampire hunters. Okay, we come out of the trapdoor.
Donovan says, "My son, can you help him?"
We don't know how either. He does seem to be possessed.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
There is something called a remove curse we've heard of, but we don't have access to. How about you, cleric?
It's like a level 1 cleric.
He says, I've done everything I can. It's no use. It is not just a simple curse. He's been changed somehow.
Yes. Well, I think you're right to not let him out, because if he gets out, he will prey upon the innocent.
I fear he's become like Strahd.
Well,
more the reason he needs to be put down.
That's my son you're talking about.
Yeah, but what if there is no cure? What will you do then?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I've prayed and prayed, but no answer comes. And he starts sobbing.
Maybe you actually do know the answer, and you just don't want to admit it.
What do you mean?
Ren is right. That you know that a princess is correct. There's no... Your son is gone. It's something else who has his body.
Make a persuasion roll, John. Oops, I'm on the wrong thing.
I think you did a pretty good job.
You say my son is gone?
Gone. It's sad, but we must mourn your son and deal with the beast that has his body.
He kind of like wipes his nose on the sleeve of his vestment. Says, yes, you're right. I see that now. Perhaps you are the answer to my prayers.
Yeah, so sometimes the answer is not the one you wish for, but I think we need to deal with this.
Very, very well, if you must.
You why don't you take a walk outside so you don't hear anything? There's no reason to torture yourself further.
Ismark says, I would like to go with you. This is the fate that may befall my sister. I would like to see this beast for myself.
And you should, and I say, I hope you never have to be as strong as Donovan has just become.
Ireena says, if you're going, then I'm going. No, Ireena, you should stay up here where it's safe. I said I'm going, she said.
You don't get close, Ireena.
As a once and true guardsman of man, you will stay near the stairs. Do not approach the beast. If something goes wrong with any of us, you will leave first.
As you wish, she says.
All right, so back we go. Da-da-da-da-da.
Fionn, close the door and lock it when we enter in.
Don't lock it! We need to leave quickly.
Ren, you're coming, right? You don't want the door locked.
So Fionn says, do I lock the door or not?
Half lock.
Lock it. You hear us scream to open it. Open it.
Oh, okay. Well, once you guys go down, you hear like the chain being put over the trapdoor again.
Takes like 10 minutes to unlock.
You hear the padlock click. Seems to echo through the chamber.
Right.
Good. Now we're locked in here with it.
All right. So what's the plan?
I cast magic weapon and prepare to go into Bladesong.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to.
He's chained, isn't he?
No, he's just cowering in the corner.
Oh.
He's
he's free.
not chained. Yeah, there was a chain over the trapdoor that was padlocked, so he couldn't get out. But he's free down here in this basement.
My plan.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, we want to roll for initiative then?
Let's.
We're just gonna get reopen those.
Initiative.
If you wait for me, I can fairy fire over there. Oh, guess who rolled a 21? Or got a 21. Probably has a plus 20. He rolled a 1.
I guess I won't roll for Fionn because she's not in there.
She's safe. She's behind the locked door.
She'll be the one to tell the tale if you guys all die.
Yeah, we might as well just cut to that scene now.
All right, did everybody roll?
Yep.
Oh man, we've got a 3-way tie.
Damn. Just have Ren go first, and then you can play the song of NPCs.
All right, so.
Well, I've already posted that if we all die, I blame Craig, so Craig takes all our deaths.
That's true. I did see that.
Can I cast a defensive spell before we go into combat?
Yes.
Cool. I will cast Armor of Agathis.
Nice spell.
Boom. 10 temporary hit points.
If the thing stays over there, Finn, if you wait a moment, I can cast Fairy Fire on it without us being in the Fairy Fire.
We shall see.
Okay. But it might just charge us.
Yeah, if it charges us, that's why I say we shall see.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys are back kind of casting your protective spells. And
yeah, I won't be surprised by our attack at all at this point.
This guy is gonna
make it all feel better.
He's gonna run up.
Oh Lord. Okay. Still might be able to catch him on the edge of the fairy fire, but do it behind him.
All right, so he runs up to there, and Finn, it's your go.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so Finn is going to draw his sword. Well, no, actually, we're going to open up because he hasn't met with me. No, I've got to meet with him so he doesn't do anything else. So I'm going to approach him as Finn draws his sword. The sword has changed now. You guys haven't noticed it until this until this point. It used to be a normal greatsword, but now the hilt is what looks like two black kind of clawed arms that it's like the four nails dig into the blade, and the blade has carvings of eyeballs up the side of the blade. You have no idea how that got like that.
This reminds me of something the witch kidnapped me had. Yeah. But
all right.
It was her carpet.
And all right, Finn, as you step within range, he claws at you.
Okay, yep, 21 will hit.
And it looks like you hit him as well.
Yep. And it's magical slashing. My blade is now a magical weapon.
With eyeballs.
Well, the eyeballs aren't like looking, they're just carved in.
All right, so you take 8 slashing damage from his claws.
And he takes 10 cold damage from my armor of Agathis. Okay. Hopefully.
Got my eyeball.
Neat. Nice ball.
All right, he takes 10 damage. And you also hit him with your sword. It's there for 10.
He takes 10 cold from the armor and 10 magical slashing from the Greek sword, and I am done with my turn.
Kismet. He howls in pain. Oh! Father, they're hurting me!
Yeah, well, that happens. Okay, so over here is where I cast the fairy fire, so it doesn't catch Finn, but it does catch our friend.
Okay. He failed to save.
All right. Fairy fire. So that gives everybody advantage.
Nice.
Yay.
I choose purple today. It's not St. Patrick's Day, so go a little wild. Eggplant's not here, so I'm taking over the purple.
All right. Nathan, you did take 8 from him.
Yeah, I have 10 temporary hit points.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Now 2.
2.
Ren.
When I go up, as a bonus action, cast Blade Dance, Blade Singing, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And then attack with the Magic Rapier.
Okay. That is a miss.
12.
Yep, that's a miss.
Alrighty, then I'm done.
Ismark is going to come up. I will send you back to the Morning Lord, he says. He has advantage? Is that right? Because of the fairy fire?
Correct. Yeah, you should put a little fairy fire on this guy.
He attacks with his long sword.
I always like it when you put the conditions on there.
Actually, he attacks twice with his long sword. The first one misses.
This dude's a badass.
Even with advantage, which is pretty terrible. Whoa, that's a hit. Damage. Take some damage. Ireena moves up a little bit, but stays back as she was told. John wants me to put a little thingy on him.
I'm sorry. I'm a whiner.
Oh, there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. There we go.
He is going to Let's see. He is going to attack Finn. Attacking. He claws at you. Whoops, wrong number. 13.
Misses spectacularly.
And an 11 also misses. And that's his turn, Finn.
I will see this battle go no longer. 16 for 23 magical slashing.
Well done, Finn.
Okay,
Go
that is
boom.
a hit.
Hopefully that hits.
Yeah, you chop into him with your sword, and like black congealed blood kind of drips out of the wound, but he is still standing.
Such fortitude. Yeah, done.
Kismet.
And your father is an idiot. I mock him.
All right. Oh, he saves.
Darn. Oh well. That's it.
I know that already.
Ren.
Next time I'll do his mop.
I'm gonna attack with the magic rapier again.
Okay. Oh, crit. For 15, is that right, total?
Yep, 15 magic damage.
Nice. Yeah, you stab the rapier into him to the hilt and comes out of his back and he screams, ah! And you pull it out and more of this black, thick blood kind of sprays out.
Like molasses.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ismark is going to swing at him a couple times. Oh! That's not a good roll. He misses twice. This thing just dodges away.
Even with advantage.
All right. Oh, actually, I didn't roll with advantage. Whoops!
So, yeah, 2
All
more
right,
rolls
so
then?
I'll just
Or
do another one.
One more advantage roll.
Oh, there we go. There's a crit.
Good thing we had that fairy fire.
Yeah, right? So he hits him. Ireena is like, are you sure you guys have this? I could help.
No. You stay back there.
She pulls out her
Look,
sword, but she
Don't you have a
stays
bow
where
or
she is.
something?
She does not have a bow.
You need a bow.
Fionn has a bow, but she's not here. All right, Doru gets to go. He's gonna attack Finn.
Boy, he's picking on Finn.
9 and a 24.
Hit me, baby.
24 is...
That's kind of a hit, huh?
Yeah.
Actually, no, he's not gonna do that. 11 slashing damage.
10 cold damage.
Ooh.
Is there no save against that or anything?
No, because it works on whenever I have the temporary hit points from the Armor of Agathis, they just take it.
Okay.
But I'm now out of those.
I see. Cool. All right. Yeah, he's kind of frosted over, and you see him kind of stumble. That seems to have taken something out of him.
Oh, that is not
Just
what
lie
I need
down.
to do.
Finn.
I am going
Advantage.
to swing at him. 15 for 9 magical slashing.
That is a hit.
Smash. And that is my turn.
Kismet.
All right. Your mother smells of elderberries.
I was expecting it.
All right, another wisdom save. Oh, he fails that time.
He takes 3 psychic damage, and more importantly, he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay. There, put another thing on him for you, John.
Oh, yes. Look at this. We're going to cover him up.
Serenity.
All right, another stab.
He's got an aspirin on him.
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
nope,
done.
that's a miss. Ismark is going to swing. That's a hit. And again. That's another hit. I'm just going to roll these together. For 11. Yeah, he's got all kinds of gaping wounds in him now. Ireena stands fast. However, you see some of those wounds close as he seems to regenerate.
Oh, Lord.
And this time, he's going to attack Serenity with disadvantage, right, John?
Disadvantage.
All right, so the first one is an 11.
Nope.
How is it? Just one attack disadvantage, Sean?
His first attack. It's
First attack, okay. And the second one is a 14.
Nope.
Nope. All right. You can't win. Finn.
Sorry.
This fight will go on no longer. 19 for 20.
All right. He goes down.
Boom. Yeah.
Is he still healing himself?
He is. He is regenerating. You can see the wounds closing as he lays there motionless.
Shit.
Burn him. Burn him. Anybody have oil?
Oh shit! I've got a Monster Hunter's pack. I've got a wooden spike. I've got a wooden stake.
There you go. That's important.
I drive it into his heart. I have the pack, so I guess I know to do that.
Okay, sure.
It comes with instructions.
Yeah, it comes with like a little flesh-bound manual.
You drive the stake into his heart, and you see the regeneration stop.
Boom, baby.
Well done.
Also,
Finn.
I gotta look up what else this pack has in it. I think it might have holy water. What is that in? It's in the player option.
Does someone want to make a religion roll or just intelligence if you don't have religion?
Sure.
Yeah, I got religion.
Okay. So Serenity, you know that the stake will prevent him from regenerating, but to actually destroy him, you need to either hit him with holy water or radiant
Should have asked.
Radiant energy.
We should have asked Dad for some holy water. Well, we're in a church.
Or sunlight.
Hold on, I'm seeing what else this pack has in it
What's
here.
sunlight?
Crowbar. It's got a crowbar, a flask of holy water.
So you do have
There you
a
go.
crowbar.
Yeah, I do have a crowbar. Come to
We
find
were
out.
carrying it around all the time.
Yeah, I have a small chest, a crowbar, a hammer, 3 wooden stakes, a holy symbol, a flask of holy water, a set of manacles, a steel mirror, flask
Manacles,
of
I
oil,
wanna know
a tinder
about
box, and 3 torches. Yeah, I can manacle. people
And you have an
straight.
aspergillum for the holy water too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do.
If
I have
the
a
priest
diplomat's
isn't there, we could just drag him upstairs to the sunlight, so I don't have to waste my holy water. Oh, maybe the priest has got some. I douse that fucker.
Okay. And Serenity, you think it's probably a good idea to chop his head off too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And or burn
I
him.
chop it.
Either or both.
I chop his head off and then.
And fill his mouth with holy wafers and put it between his legs and burn him under and bury him
Yeah,
under.
do it all. Do it all. Well, Serenity, I don't think you can chop his head off, but someone else can. I don't
No,
think you
I
have
still have a short sword on the side.
Oh, you
I
have
pull
a
that out and I chop his head off.
Okay. Might take some
And then I
doing,
set him
but-
on fire with the firebolt.
And I'm not mending.
All right. Yeah, he seems pretty defiled.
No, he was defiled when we met him. We freed him.
That's right. That's right. Well done. He is truly dead.
And we tell, what's her name, Ireena? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ireena, you can't get close to a vampire. One more bite, and you would become what he was.
You notice that she is very pale after watching you burn and behead this person.
We do this a lot.
This,
Well,
this wasn't our first rodeo.
yeah, right.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Well, that was easy.
that thing, when it hit me, did it just slash me with its claws?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, fuck. I've been bit.
No, he never bit you.
Which at some point I will hold out, it like clawed me across the forearm, my arm, to like Kismet and be like, can you deal with this?
Yes.
Fiona, you can let us out now.
How? She took a break. She's gone.
She says, "What's the password?
Fuck you.
What's the safe word? How do I know it's you?"
Okay, and
Open the damn door.
Finn, how bad are you?
I'm down 9 hit points.
9. Okay, so I'll just use a first level version.
Oh, I was just gonna have you do the healer's kit. Seems more thematic.
Oh, yeah, let's do the healer's kit. Thank you. And
I don't mean to play your character, John, but
no, that's fine. Well, you came to me for help, and so you had a specific help in mind. That's totally fine. Healer's kit.
So do we get let out of this dank croft?
Yes. Yeah, she lets you out.
Like the safe word was just Serenity saying, "You idiot, let us out."
She's just
like,
being.
Oh, yep,
she's just giving Serenity a hard time. She likes to do that.
Open the damn door. Okay, she's got an attitude. That's definitely her.
Says, "Were you successful?"
We have absolved it of its sins. That's nothing, Finn would say. He's not. Yes, it's dead. Very dead.
Yeah, we chopped it into pieces. We set it on fire. It's all good.
Donovan says, You've released my son to the Morning Lord. Thank you. Will you help me bury him as well?
I don't think there's anything left to bury.
We have his head.
Well, I'm sure the bones
No,
are
I
left.
set that on fire too. I set it all on fire.
We have some charcoal briquettes.
How can you make jokes about my son?
That was no human boy. But yes, we will inter what cremated remains are left.
Thank you. May the Morning Lord bless you, he says.
It's 1d6 plus 4 plus my healing dice, by the way, John, if you were wondering.
Yeah, I thought I put it on my character sheet. It doesn't seem to be there.
Yeah, it's 1d6 plus 4 plus the number of healing hit dice that the creature receiving it has. So for me, it'd be 1d6 plus 8, which is massive.
There you go. You're full.
You bandaged me right up. I feel good. I feel fresh.
Fresh as a summer's eve.